Okay, I'll
Okay.
open again.
Okay.
So what I want to explain to you is that
Mm.
it's the same sort of meaning,
Mm.
but the grammar is different. We can do this, okay?
Mm.
You see this word, okay? Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right.
Now, what we can do in English is like this,
Okay. Oh. Okay.
and
Oh.
that's exactly the same as putting lun in the word.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nice. Nice word. Nice word. Okay. Nice.
And there are other ways to do the same thing in a polite way,
Okay. Really?
like this.
Okay.
This is more polite.
More polite. Pruning.
So
Absolute.
in so instead of using the F word,
Okay.
right, we can do like this. We can say absolutely, right? Or
Mm.
we can say absolutely is basically a way to say like more extreme.
More extreme. Okay. More extreme. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes we do that the same as you do in Chinese with your word lum. And
Okay.
what this is this is called an infix
Infix. All right.
because we have three. We have a prefix
Okay.
is at the beginning, and we have a suffix is at the
Okay.
end,
Mm.
and we have an infix is in the middle.
Mm.
So this is an infix. We put it into the middle of the word.
Mm.
And I think that's just the same as Chinese.
Mm.
We go on, yeah,
Okay.
because otherwise we run out of time. I want to show you the other ones, okay? So I think you don't know all these German words because
No.
maybe
No.
not so common. Maybe you know poltergeist. You know
Okay.
poltergeist?
Uh. No. No.
Okay, so you know ghost.
Yes. A ghost. A ghost.
In German, the word for ghost is Geist.
Guys. All right.
See? So similar, right?
Yes.
And Poltern is the
Yes.
German word for noisy.
Okay.
So a poltergeist
Mm.
is a type of ghost
Mm.
who haunts people by making noises.
Mm.
So when people hear "Ooh,"
Okay.
then they say, "Oh, there's a poltergeist in the house."
Mm.
This is and this one is a very nice word that we use in English, a doppelganger.
Okay.
A doppelganger is when you see someone who
Mm.
looks exactly the same as another person. They are the double of
Mm.
someone. So, say
Okay.
for example, maybe I see someone in town and I say, "Hey, Perry." And then they say, "I'm not Perry." And I say, "No way. You are Perry." And then they say, "No, no, no, I'm not Perry." Ah, you are the doppelganger of Perry.
Okay.
That means really no difference at all. Like an identical twin, but they're
Mm.
not a twin. They're just somebody who is really exactly the same as someone. And it's quite a nice word, doppelganger.
Mm.
Yeah. Rucksack. Maybe you know rucksack, a bag that you carry on your back every day, right?
Mm.
It's a
Yes.
rucksack.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then I can't think if you know, I think you don't know this word. But the last one, I will show you this word because we do not have a word for this in English. So we use the German word,
Yes.
Schadenfreude. Have you
Okay.
ever heard this word?
No. What this?
So the definition is here. It's a
Yes.
nice word used to describe the
Yes.
feeling of taking pleasure in someone else's misfortune.
Okay.
So, for example,
Yes.
if somebody falls over
Okay.
and hits their head and hurts themselves,
Okay.
and you laugh, ha 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 ha, then this feeling of enjoying
Yes.
somebody else having bad fortune is called Schadenfreude.
Okay.
And in English, we just don't have a word to describe that feeling. So we use the German word. You know, I showed you this before, I think. If I can find it again to show you. Where did I put it? I have this book. Can you hold on a second?
No problem. Of course.
Just 1 second. It's
Yes.
right here.
Okay.
Some years ago, some of my students gave me this book, and I don't know if I showed it to you before. It's called The Chinese Have a Word for It. Have I ever shown you this before?
No.
I'll take a picture of it later. It's called The Chinese Have a Word for It.
Okay.
And basically what it is showing how in Chinese you have a word for everything.
Okay.
So it shows how there are words in Chinese. For example, here, okay.
Okay.
I tried to find a word. Heju is drinking in culture.
Okay.
But there's no way to describe this word in a translation. There's no translation for this word. So the point is that to explain what this one word means, I think it's difficult for you to see because it's the other way round, because it's a mirror, right?
Can
like
you
this.
take photo and WhatsApp to me later after this class?
Sure. I'll show you an example, but the point is that each of the words in this book, you need 2 pages or 3 pages to explain what the word means.
Makes sense.
And that's the nature of Chinese, is that there are many words that actually you can't possibly translate. And I think it's very interesting like that because it has a lot of examples. Fu, dreaming of happiness. You know this character Fu?
Fu.
I'll show you one example, okay? Just because I would like to share this example with you of how there are many words in Chinese that it's not possible to translate these words. This is one example here. Can you see on your phone?
Okay, let me check. Okay, through. Oh, okay, understand. Understand. Yeah.
And this is another fu. So another word, fu. So the point that it's making in this book is that basically you can't translate Chinese words exactly in many cases.
Yes, sir.
You need a couple of pages to explain what it's talking about, you know.
Of course, sir. Of course.
I think that's quite common, yeah.
Of course.
So anyway, another section, okay, the last section that I put here is Latin, because we've talked a bit about French and we've talked about the German influence in English, and the last one is Latin. Maybe you want to read again. I put a couple of paragraphs.
Understand. Okay. Who actually speaks Latin anyway is definitely not one of the earliest languages. Easiest languages to learn. But what if we told you that you already know some Latin? That's right. Chances are that you have unknowingly unknowingly used Latin when speaking English. As it turns out, there are actually many Latin words used in English today. In this poll, we are going to go through some of the most common Latin words and phrases used in English.
Harry,
Some
I'm sorry. It's raining. I'm sorry. Wait, 1 minute. My washing is outside.
okay, no
It's
problem.
raining. I'm sorry. I have to check. Wait,
Okay,
just
no
try and
problem,
quick.
no problem. Okay, no problem, no
It's
problem.
raining. Okay. You took everything in, yeah? Sorry.
No
Sorry,
problem.
Perry.
Okay, good.
It's just I just looked out the window and I saw the heavy rain and we put a lot of things, but my wife has already brought them in, so it's okay. Okay, sorry. So as it turns out, there are actually more posts. Okay, so we're going to go through some of the most common. This one here.
Latin. Okay. Okay.
So in this post, we're going to go through. You want to read or shall I
Yeah,
read?
I read. As it turns out, there are actually many Latin words used in English today. In this poll, we are going to go through some of the most common Latin words and phrases used in English. Some that you may have sufficient, and others
Suspected.
suspected. You may have suspected, and others that might surprise you. Let's take a look at some interesting. What is etiology? What is this?
Etymology.
Etymology. Okay.
I like this word.
Okay.
I like this word for two reasons. Okay, there are two
Okay.
reasons I like this word.
Okay.
One, I like the sound of the word etymology,
Okay.
and two, etymology is our topic.
Our topic. Okay. Okay.
For last week and this week, this is the word that describes our whole topic that we've been talking about these last 2 weeks. The word is etymology. Etymology means the origin of words. So if you want to know where a word comes from, you can type into Google the word that you think about and then etymology. And then it will tell you where the word comes from, some origin, the history of the word, something like that. So it's quite a nice word to know because it's about the origin of words. Do you know any Latin words?
I don't know, but now I know ad hoc and agenda. Now I know two words. What is the number three? What? How can you pronounce number three? What is this?
Alibi.
Alibi. Okay. Okay.
Do you know it?
We have Alipay. We have we have Alipay. Not that. What is this?
An alibi is, for example, okay. Let's say, okay, today at 4:30, okay, Seidinpur, somebody near here is murdered, okay?
Okay.
At 4:30, somebody was murdered with a gun, okay?
Okay.
Near my house, outside, somebody was shot with a gun, okay? And the police come to my house and say, you killed somebody, Mr. Campbell, okay? Now, the police are outside my door, okay? And they are saying that I killed someone, okay? You are my alibi.
Okay. I am your witness.
No, you are not my witness. You are my alibi. My witness is to say that you watched me being murdered. So you can say who did it. That's different. Witness and alibi are different. Witness is somebody who sees the crime. But an alibi is somebody who can say, no, I was with
Oh,
him.
because I have a class with you, so you have no time to murder. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was with you.
Hmm.
So I can say, no way. Perry is my alibi. I was sitting here all the time. There's no way
Okay.
you are my alibi.
Alibi. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So then they can talk to you and you can say, no, I am his alibi. I was with him. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Here,
number
maybe you,
5, we always use number 5, but what is this? I forgot. What you
bona
number?
fide is, it's like true.
Okay.
Something like true. The bona fide is the real one, the really that one. The bona fide something, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you know this one, carpe diem.
I don't know. Sorry. What is this?
Carpe diem is a word that people like to use to show off. You know, Latin words in English, if they are not commonly used, they're words that we use to show off. You know what show off means, right?
Show off bona fide. Number 5 is show off. Number 5 bona
Bona fide
fide
is, yeah.
is show
But
off.
carpe diem means seize the day,
Okay.
which means grab the opportunity when you have it.
Okay.
I can't think of ergo. Ergo is, I'm sorry, I forget some
No
of these
problem.
words. I learned Latin, but facsimile, you know facsimile? Fax.
Fast. But how do you pronounce?
Faxida.
Yeah. But original
Facsimile.
fascinate. Wow. Very beautiful. Fascinate.
Yeah. How about this one?
Etc. Etc. is the Latin word. Etc. Okay.
Yeah, but normally we just write like this, right?
Okay. Okay.
Etc.
Oh.
But it means et is
Okay.
and cetera is the rest.
Okay.
So sometimes people write like this, you know, maybe you've seen people writing and etc.
Hmm.
That's not right. Because et means and. So we shouldn't say and etc. So we have to delete the and. Yeah. I think you know, do you know altruism?
I forgot. Sorry. What is this?
It means that you do something without any desire for personal gain.
Oh yes, I remember. You told me. I remember.
Did I? I told you before. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you give money to somebody,
Mm.
but you don't tell them that it comes from you.
Mm.
Let's say, for example, there's a poor person in the street and they have no money and they're begging, but I give them money, but I don't let them see that I give them money, then that it was an altruistic action. I don't want anything for myself. I don't want any recognition, something like that. Yes, like that. Yeah. I think you know impromptu presentation, impromptu talk.
I forgot. What is this?
Well, if you do an impromptu presentation, you have no preparation for it.
Oh, I remember now. I heard this, but seldom to use. But seldom to use. Yeah. Well, office is a little. Wow, office. Wow. Wow.
Mundane means very boring.
Okay.
Something like that. Maybe you know.
I know this. Vice
diem.
versa.
Per diem?
Per diem, no. What is
Vice versa.
Vice
Not
versa.
Vice versa.
Vice.
Versa, the other way around.
Another way.
Vice
Yes,
versa.
of course. Of
The other
course.
way around.
Yes.
Per diem is per day.
Per day. All right. Okay.
Your charge per day. What is your fee per day? Something like that.
Okay.
And then we have a huge list. I'm not going to read them all, but if you're interested later, you can see here I put a list of 373 English words that came from Latin.
Wow. Absent.
So
wow. Absent. Wow.
It's very, very long, this list.
What accept or what accept is Latin. Wow.
Yeah. All of these words, well, they came from Latin.
Okay.
You can see that in Latin it's slightly different, but they are exactly from Latin. Accelerate, acid, Dawn, maybe agriculture,
哇
alter, altitude. There are some words that you probably don't know here, but what is it? Ancient. I think animal,
，animals 哇，annual
announce,
annual，
annual,
哇
antique. So many here. Look at all these words that you know. There's so many
It
words that
seems
you know.
English
Associate.
simplify has some simplify
Yeah,
some
it's
something.
simplified
I don't
because
know. Yes,
Latin words are usually a bit longer.
longer. Oh,
Audition, and you probably know
audition.
audition.
Okay.
Auxiliary, aviation we had before, yeah.
Mm.
What is there, some other word? Benefit,
哇
campus,
哇
directly
exactly the
translated.
same as campus 哇
Exactly the same. A lot of words exactly the
哇
same.
candidate
And what?
哇 candidate 啊
Certain,
certain yes
yeah. Clause, in a
okay
contract, a clause. Colloquial, I think colloquial.
嗯哇
Commission.
commission 啦哇 commission 啦
So many, right?
哇 conference 哇
Condition.
condition conference you simplify English simplify
This is quite a common ending on a Latin word. You see the US
okay
is quite common. You can find quite a lot of words with US on the end in Latin.
哦
Conspicuous, constitute, construct. There's so many here. This is alphabetical. If you're interested, you can have a look later. Look, cruel,
哇
custody, decapitate means to cut off the head.
哦哇 yes 哇 delegate 哇
Okay,
delegate 哇 delegate simplify 啊 delegate simplify 的
delegatus.
okay
Again, the same. You see the US, just the
okay
same basically, but just change the US to the E.
yes
Yeah,
啊我
delete.
delete 哦哇 delete 哇 delete
Right.
哦哇
So many. Desire, despair, desperate.
哇
Dictionary.
哇我
Even
digit
difficult.
okay 我 digit also delete the US 啊 digit 啊
Again, the same. Digit is a finger, yeah, or a thumb or a toe is a digit, yeah. Oh,
嗯
also number. Sorry, digit is also like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Is a
嗯
digit, yeah. So many, right?
哇
Discuss
dismiss 哦
interface.
dismiss also delete 哦哇
The same.
哇
And
document
document.
哦
This is another thing that's just the at the end. So
OK
either we have the US or the is quite common at the end of a Latin word, and
OK 啊
also the A. You can see the A, the
嗯
and the US is quite a common way to end a Latin word.
嗯
And in English, we change it, maybe the nothing, donation, so
嗯
many, right? Dragon, even the word dragon comes from
dragon
Latin.
嗯
Draco, yeah.
OK 啊
So many here. They're really like emperor
emperor yes 啊
comes from Latin because of course they had, maybe some Roman history, right?
哇
Expect,
expect 哇 expect 哇 expect 哦哇
or extra, even
哇
extra. Look at
哇
some simple words that
哇
we
fat 哦
look
fat here 哦 we have fat
back,
哇
fame,
哇
a lot of them, right? Feminine,
feminine OK 啊
bigger, fierce. I think you know quite a lot of these words.
哇
Finish,
finish 哇 OK firm OK
fluent,
哇 fluent OK 哇
so many,
forces
right?
forces exactly the same forces
Which one?
force
For,
focus not force focus
focus, yeah. Focus like with
wow
the camera focus or something like that, yeah.
wow
Exactly the same. Maybe I don't know what you know here, but grateful.
grateful OK 啊
There's a
generate
lot of
哇
common words. Habit,
have a habit 哇
uh,
哇
hour,
哇 hours 哇 in 哇
in.
哇
So simple, right?
OK 啊 invade 哦
Uh,
invade
invade,
哇
invent,
invent
invisible,
哇
insomnia. You know all these
哇
words, yeah. Insomnia means you can't sleep.
OK 啊
Judicial. So quite a
judicial
lot of words that are to do with the law courts because we we got a lot of our ideas about law from the Greeks and the Romans. In fact, the Romans got it from the Greeks because the Greeks were very civilized. You know?
Yes.
The ancient Greeks had a very well-established, civilized society built up over a long time. And, you know, that's why in Greece they have the Parthenon, you know, all the very famous, very big buildings. So a lot of our judicial system comes from
Yes.
the Romans, and from the Romans learned from the Greeks. So they got a lot of these words.
哇，labor，
Labor,
哇，labor，
language.
哇，OK，
Language comes from Latin as well. Here you can see
哇
magic.
，OK 啊，
Lunar is to do with the moon. So many,
哇
right? Magistrate.
哇
You see again about the law, the major.
，major no change 啊，哇
No change at all.
，me
Look at
OK，
the word
哇
me.
，OK，OK，
Medicine,
medium or no
medium,
change，
memory. You can see just like memoria here.
OK，
So memory, memoria, very similar, right? Mile, a mile is a
okay.
distance, right? Like a kilometer. Minor, miracle,
minor.
whatever. It's modern,
OK 啊，
mountain. It just goes on, right? There's so many that we have here. Note,
loss 啊，哇係
number.
number OK，
Because we learned all these things from the Greeks and the Romans, you know.
OK，
We learned like mathematics, a lot of
Okay.
science. You know, the Greeks were very advanced in science.
yes sir. Yes.
Particularly the Greeks, because there were a lot, and philosophy. You know, the Greeks had a lot of very learned philosophers who studied a lot, right? And learned from other older people like the Persians. You know the Persians.
Yes.
Farsi, the people from Iran and Iraq, mostly Iran. You know, they were very smart in those days, very intelligent people who studied a lot. And then I think maybe you know more than me, but I think that the Greeks learned from the Persians, from their travels, because they traveled in ships to those parts of the world and then learned from them and then took the knowledge back to Greece. And then the Romans learned from the Greeks and then they passed it on to English people. So we have all these numerals to do with numbers and stuff like that. You can see
pen or pen here 哇 pen
pen just simple
哇
pen
OK 啊
people
people why populous they are populous OK
again it's changed, but it comes from the same thing, you know. Perfect
OK 啊 picture 哇
quite interesting, right?
port 哇 port 哇 port
Yeah,
Okay.
because of course, you know, there's all the trading with the Greek, you know, the Greek traders and the Latin traders, Roman traders, premium, prime, problem.
Wow, problem. Wow.
Again, you can see the same thing with just the A on the end, yeah?
Wow. Protect. Wow, protect. Wow.
So many, right? Quiet.
Okay. Radius. 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 Radius.
Radius to do with the circle, right?
Okay.
The radius of a circle, the circumference and the radius.
Radius.
The distance from the middle of the circle to the outside of the circle is the radius, right?
Okay.
Like pi r squared. You know pi r squared?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
reduce. Wow. Reduce. Wow. Okay. Remain. Remember. Okay. Wow. Remember. Wow.
A lot of simple words that we don't think of, you know. Satisfy,
Wow.
scholar, because
Okay.
of course they go to school.
Okay.
Again, all these sort of things that are to do with learning things, you know, science, school, scholar. We got all this from the Greeks and the Romans, you know.
Seaman. Okay. Seaman mean the sailor? Seaman?
No,
Sailor.
that's a different spelling. No. That is not that. This is this. That's seaman.
Okay.
Seaman is what, I don't know what you call it, Yangtze or something. From down here, the thing that comes out.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Senator. Okay.
Man seed. What do you call it? Man seed? I don't know.
Okay. Senator. Wow. Senator. Wow. Senator. Okay. Senator.
Again, to do with law and all this. You
Okay.
know, all of these
Senator.
things to do with law came from Latin.
Okay. Wow.
social,
Wow.
socializing.
Wow.
Solar, we learned a lot from the Greeks about the planets and the solar system. Right? So we got all that from the Greeks and the Romans.
Wow.
Spectator, because of the oratoriums, you know, the where they had, you know, where they had all the seats going in a circle like this. So we get spectacles, you know, glasses. The word for glasses is spectacles, right? The old word. So spect is to do with viewing. So we get this spelunka. I think you don't know some of the words, but anyway, like subdue. What other words do you know? Like tempo, maybe you know the timing. Terrible, terrifying.
Wow.
Tertiary education means like the third one. You know, university is tertiary education. Total. Transport.
Transport. Delete some.
Because the Romans created all these roads around the place. You know, they were like very advanced in creating long straight roads and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Umbrella.
Why?
Urban value. Right. Very.
Very okay. Vice. Video. Fire. Okay.
Has to do with how you get some video.
Okay. Village. Villa.
Yeah,
but village become complicated. Aston Villa. Aston Villa.
That, yeah, it's a European team.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called Villa, because of the Spanish and Latin origins, you know.
Wow.
And then
voice. Okay.
There are a couple more pages with some a little bit of discussion about how this one is about Latin, how it is influenced. I just thought this looked a bit interesting about how we have words that come. You see, like for example, if you talk about here, astronomy, for example.
Okay.
You can see that in English we have the word moon, but the adjective is lunar.
Okay.
And sun is solar.
Okay.
So maybe the word moon is from older English, but lunar is from Latin. And the same as sun and then solar. Yeah. It's interesting, yeah?
Interesting.
Terry, I'm really sorry. My son keeps knocking on my door, and I'm sorry. At top 5 o'clock, I will do something with him. So,
thanks.
I'll send you the file, and you can have a more detailed look later. But yeah,
thanks. Nice. This class, today's class, very nice. Very nice. Interesting.
Good, yeah.
Thank you.
For me too. I like it. I like this topic. You know.
Thank you.
Etymology.
Okay.
What we've been talking about. Remember, this word is etymology.
Etymology. Okay.
That's our subject.
Okay. Nice. Today's very nice.
And last week is etymology.
Etymology. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So if you want to know where a word comes from, if you're interested in finding out the origin of a word, the roots of a word, you can type into Google whatever word and then etymology, and you will find out where it comes from, some history of the word, maybe some connected words, and how the word has changed over time and stuff like that. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Really. Always nice to chat with you.
Okay.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Let me know if you want to meet next week or whenever, yeah?
Thanks. Okay. Thank you.
All right. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, friends. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.